Hey Seahawks, welcome to The Current. I'm your host, Allison Garrett. Today I am here with two UNCW graduates, Robert Seagle and Sydney Bouchelle, and we are going to be asking them a few questions so we can all get to know them a little better and become more familiar with what goes on in the UNCW communication department. Robert and Sydney, it's great to have you on.
Great to be here. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with a few kind of basic questions. So, like, where are you from? We can, I guess, start with Robert.
Yeah, I'm from Boone, North Carolina area, so like the other end of the state. My dad always joked that when I came here, I got the furthest away from them while still having in-state tuition. So, but yeah, so I basically went from mountains to beach, and I haven't really just thought about going back, so I'm pretty happy here. Yeah.
Nice.
Very similar story to Robert's. I am from Robert's neck of the woods. I'm not from Boone. I'm from North Wilkesboro, which is right down the mountain from Boone. And my family kind of made the same jokes. They knew that I wanted to separate a little bit and go for something different. But again, I'm really happy here and haven't thought about going back.
Yeah. So what kind of made you choose UNCW, I guess?
So for me, originally, I was actually going to be a theater major. So, and I liked more the film scene of things, not really wanting to do theater as itself, but like the film community. So that's kind of why I chose here. I ended up switching from in front of to behind the camera, and I think that still worked out being here. I'm very happy I chose comm studies over film studies because I definitely think I got my hands kind of more hands-on just in general. But it definitely is kind of like location of basically there's a lot going on, and it's coming back, but a lot going on kind of film around this area.
Mine, so it was really my gut led me to UNCW. I applied to a lot of different schools, always knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know where I wanted to do it. So yeah, I just trusted my gut when I got this acceptance letter to UNCW. It was really late at night, probably 2 in the morning. I was sitting on the couch talking to my mom, and I was looking at pictures of UNCW, and I said, I think I want to submit my enrollment deposit to UNCW.
Yeah.
So, and I did, and I never looked back. Campus immediately felt like home. The first time, it was after I'd submitted the enrollment deposit. I'd never been to UNCW. The closest I'd been was to Topsail. I'd been to the beach there before. And yeah, so as soon as I came onto campus, I knew that I made the right decision, and obviously still stands true because I'm still here today.
Yeah. So. And whenever y'all started, did either of you have a minor going in?
Nope. No, I didn't have a minor, and I never really thought about one, but I can see, especially with depending on journalism and stuff like that, you might know.
Yeah.
I did not have a minor either. I mean, like Robert, I was a double major at first. I was a theater major. I wanted to do both. I wanted to do theater and comm. But I never had an official minor, but I believe I was 1 or 2 classes away from a French minor.
Oh,
so yes.
Very, very fascinating.
Yes, yes. Never got there though. Just took it for fun.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess that kind of also answers. Did you begin school as a comm major? So no, and
yes,
half crew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were there any standout comm classes that you remember, favorite ones?
I'd definitely say anything that was hands-on for field video for me, or studio, anything along those lines. I always, because I switched majors and I graduated in the fall, I'm always thinking about how I didn't get to take studio too, and it always kind of like, oh, I get to help out with it now. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things that's like, that would have been a fun class to actually be a student in.
Yeah.
So yeah, the studio classes were my favorite. I did take the field classes and I enjoyed them, but studio was always where I felt most at home and I enjoyed them the most. And actually my favorite class is one that I guess might sound boring from the, just the name of it, but media law and ethics. I loved that class. I had a lot of fun in that class. It was really interesting discussions, and being in a newsroom, it's a conversation that we have all the time, things that we discussed in that class, what's legal and maybe not ethical, or what's having those really important discussions in a newsroom every day.
Yeah, I know of a lot of people that are taking that course as well. So that's very interesting that you said that one. So I guess once you graduated, did you feel prepared with everything that you had learned from the comm department?
I would say yes and no. When I say no, I think it's something that I don't think college can prepare you for, though. So I think I was prepared from everything that they could give me and prepare me for. I think the other parts is just the life experience that you just don't have as a college student or anything yet. So I think coming out of the comm department, especially with COM 400 and all the stuff that they do for you, I think they are preparing you and setting you up for the best you can be. And as long as you put in your best for working with like COM 400, the capstone, or anything like that, and actually take serious all your courses and stuff, you're going to be prepared to a level that I think you're good for whatever job you're looking for at that point.
I would completely agree with that. I think that there's no experience quite like the experience itself. So COM does its very best in preparing you, with the hard skills and also just making you the best person you can be before you leave the department, before you leave the university. I think one of the things that made me feel most prepared for the next step is my internship. And obviously that was obtained through the COM department, and I did that at one of the news stations here. And getting to be able to be in a newsroom and work there and kind of work at the pace that you work in a newsroom is so much different than what you learn in a classroom. I mean, the classroom teaches you how to do the things, but you don't do it on the scale or at the speed at the way that they actually do them in a newsroom. So being in a real professional environment outside of the classroom is something that was really important for me in taking that next step and making me feel prepared.
Yeah, and y'all actually kind of perfectly led into this next question. What are some of the jobs that you can get with a comm major?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think the nice thing about comm studies and how at least our program is set up is it's general, but also you can, within that generalness, you can focus on what you want to go into. So we don't have certain tracks you have to do, but you can pick and choose what you want to focus on. So I focused on production, so all my classes were production focused. I also took an IMC class just because that helps with any sort of marketing or anything I might want to do later. So that kind of prepares me to do freelance video, to do work for an agency if they needed video, or work with another company in-house. It kind of opens up a lot of things, but I mean, if you go other ways, IMC is going to help you, prepare you for being social media managers. I mean, you get crisis comm. All of it is very much kind of it feels broad, but those skill sets can be applied to so many jobs out there. So I think it really kind of helps you open up for honestly a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Robert answered that question perfectly. I'll just add that, one of the main skills that people are looking for in people is being a good communicator. And that is a skill that you can utilize in every single job that you could possibly think of. You're going to have to interact with people, even if it's just your boss,
Yeah.
So being a good communicator is invaluable. And that is something this department does well, I guess, as it should.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope so with a name like the communication department. Since it seems like Robert is doing so well answering questions, this one's specifically for you. So what made you decide to stay at UNCW professionally, and what has your experience been like?
It was definitely the money, yeah. No.
Get right into it.
Part of it is, I think the interest of what I wanted to do, and also just the people. I liked actually being around, and so with the ability for this position, essentially the guy, Jordan McLean, who had this position before me, honestly was kind of like my mentor also. And getting to kind of take over his position was great. At the time, it was part-time, which also then let me do freelance videography on the side a lot more. And so at that time, I was probably doing this, and I was getting to do a lot more like wedding videography. So it kind of let me enjoy being here longer, especially since I felt like being switching majors. I don't feel like I kind of feel like I blitzed through it. And so it kind of let me explore more of what I wanted to do with outside, but also just kind of get to come in and do more here as but actually not as a student. And it's been nice because I get to enjoy being kind of a mentor to people like you, and stuff like that. So it was definitely one of those things that, like, if I got more time, I'm like, I'll take it here.
Going from having almost not really odd jobs, but just different jobs to kind of lead you to where you end up being, that kind of brings us into officially saying, at least on some sort of news platform, YouTube, you're going to be joining us here. So what made you want to come back? I know you're going to be the Media Relations and Communications Specialist.
Correct.
It's a big title.
It is big shoes. So I love UNCW. It has meant so much to me. My time here, it changed my life. I loved, being a student and being as involved as I possibly could be. I was a first generation college student, so I had no idea what college really even meant, aside from what you see in movies, which is not really exactly what happened. And so just being on this campus is really special to me. And this is the job that I have taken in the Office of University Relations is probably the only job that I would have left news for, or a job here at the university, because again, this place is so special to me, and I want other people to know how special this place is and what it can do for people that, maybe they don't come from a lot, but that doesn't mean you can't be a lot. So,
yeah, to kind of go into the more special interest ones. To kind of round out this little interview, what would you like to tell your past college self? Or what are some things that you wish you knew in college? You can choose either question. It's a loaded one.
Oh, goodness gracious. I would tell her to breathe. It's okay to not have it all figured out and not have it all lined up. Purnell knows I went in his office, there were many tears shed because I did not have the perfect path lined up as soon as I was going to graduate. And that's okay. I would tell her to chill out. That's what I would tell her. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to not know what you're doing straight out of college. I think of just like advice. It's funny enough because of what you're saying. It's this time of year, usually in the fall, or nope, it's spring.
Yeah, you're a weirdo,
right? Yeah, I know. I was a fall graduate. Usually when the last semester of a senior, they usually start going through a crisis of what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. And there's a lot of times there's some tears shed, all that type of stuff, and it's the idea of you're not alone in going through that. Right. First off, and second is, you don't need to know what you're about to do. Yeah. You have a skill set that's so broad, it can feel a little daunting of I'm not going exactly into this, but in the end that can be a good thing of what you can do afterwards. And also, no shame in having to move back with your parents, and also you can stay on their insurance until you're 26 and do it if you need to. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that if you need to for a bit, because that's honestly becoming more and more common. So
if you have some cushion, use it, man. So absolutely.
And honestly, that actually ended up answering the last question as well, which is advice to give comm majors or just students in general. So I guess just kind of breathe. It's okay. And honestly, those are the two main ones, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, thank you guys for doing the interview. This honestly was very enlightening, especially for probably a lot of us in the room as well. Very, very good information. But that wraps up our interview. And we're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back with our game show segment.
Hey Seahawks, Com Studies Week 2024 is right around the corner. From a trivia night to an alumni panel, Com Studies Week is a way to promote community and engagement between alumni, faculty, and students, and to celebrate the unique possibilities offered by the department. For more information or to see an event schedule, check out the Com Department's Instagram. Now let's get back to the show.
Hello everyone, my name is Jake Starling. With me today I have Robert and Sydney, and today we'll be playing a game called COM-mon Knowledge. See what I did there? This game is very similar to Connect 4 but with a twist. Under these colored pieces of paper are 20 questions pertaining to UNCW's Comm Media Department, as well as general knowledge about the Wilmington area. Our two contestants will take turns answering the questions to test their trivia knowledge. Each question answered correctly will be marked with their designated color. First to get 4 of their designated color in a row wins. But beware, should a contestant get a question wrong, their opponent will have the opportunity to steal and claim the space for themselves. To determine who will go first, I'll have the contestants play a quick game of rock, paper, scissors.
Bring it on.
All right, bring it.
Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh my God! Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No.
Oh my God! Okay.
Whoever wins first.
Okay, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Right.
All right, Robert, looks like you'll be going first. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's test your common knowledge.
All right. Let's just go like near center. Let's go here.
All right.
Oh, I'm glad you
Name
did
the
that one.
components of three-point lighting.
Ooh, 3-point lighting. You got your key light, your fill light, and your hair light.
Correct. All right, and you can remove one of those blue pieces of paper and just stick it on there.
Bang.
Okay.
See, I'm on the board.
Okay, and just pick one. Oh, can you read it?
Who is performing in the 2024 Azalea Festival?
That would be T-Pain and Chase Rice.
Correct.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have known the second, so.
I'm informed.
All right. You know what? For the fun of it.
Who has been teaching in the comm department the longest?
That's actually a really good
I
question.
think I might know the answer to that.
Um,
Actually, I don't know.
Is it Frank Trimble?
That's correct.
Dang, I wanted you
well
to get
done.
wrong.
I actually didn't for sure know, but that was like a good educated guess for me because I was like, I know he was chair before Dr. Olson.
Fine, Robert. Okay.
And what is the name of the large battleship docked off the coast of downtown Wilmington?
That would be the USS North Carolina.
Well done.
She didn't even like.
I know,
I'm
I
already
didn't
going
wait on
for
you.
it.
Sorry.
All right.
Can you name 3 of the 5 canons of rhetoric?
Oh no. It's been way too long. Oh gosh, this is super embarrassing. I'm gonna need someone to come after me. Because I'm getting them all.
Oh my God. I don't know that I can name one canon of rhetoric right now. I'm thinking.
They do not have to be in order.
Well, I was okay.
Oh, I hope not.
Because I'm thinking of like the other things like
I only hear one word in my brain right now, and it is not a canon of rhetoric.
I know I'm like hearing like pathos and ethos, but those aren't those.
It's not it.
I can give you a hint.
Sure.
So the first one is invention.
That didn't help.
No. It's not like this is like important that they teach us, taught us a lot. Look, we've been out of college for a little bit, so I can't say
Sorry, Weber.
I'm blanking. This is
Do you concede?
I'll concede.
Okay. Sydney, do you know them? If you are able to name 2, I'll give you the point.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking that girl gave a really wonderful speech at the last graduation about the canons of rhetoric. And it was great. And
sure.
she used them, and it was like about dance. It was beautiful. But I think I also concede because I don't know what they are.
That's all right. We had to look back in the notes for this one. So the 5 canons are invention, arrangement, style, delivery, and memory.
Memory. That would be a good
we were
one.
really good at the memory part there,
Yeah.
All right, so since neither of you got that question, you two can play rock, paper, scissors again, and whoever wins will be able to claim that space.
All right. Well, this might be another hour.
Scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Robert, nice.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, so it looks like Robert's got 3 in a row, Sydney.
Okay, that's not cool. So wait, whose turn is it? Is it
I
mine?
think it switches back to her.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was your question,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Darn.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right, so what is the body of water between rural Wilmington and the beach called?
Rural Wilmington and the beach?
Like the mainland and the island.
The Intracoastal?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she blocked you, Robert.
Sorry.
I don't know what to do now. Let's go.
Okay, what county is Wilmington in?
New Hanover.
Nice.
I at least know that. Apparently. Stay.
Okay. Oh. I'm trying to not cause a scene here. Okay.
What controls depth of field in photography and videography?
That would be. It is the. I know the answer. It's in my brain, but it's not going to come out. That would be the. It's in my brain. It's
on your shirt.
it's the. It's not. Is it the F stop? It's not the F stop. Is it the F stop? No.
The other
No.
one.
F stop. No, not that. Yeah. No, it's not that.
I'm sorry, Sydney, that's incorrect. Robert, you now have a chance to steal.
I mean, I'd almost give it to her. It's the aperture.
Aperture.
That's
Which
the
is
word I
kinda
was
your
looking
f-stop.
for.
I don't
You
know.
can have
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean I get to go for the? I
You
get
do.
to go for the win.
You get to go for the kill.
Oh, that's it. You have it on an aperture on your shirt.
I know. I couldn't think of it. I was just thinking of it like on my camera, actually.
Ooh.
What time has COM 200 always started?
So I'm a little unhappy because they changed it to 9 a.m.
know.
But for me, when it used to always be at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm. That was gruesome.
That's incorrect. Sydney, you have a chance to steal.
What time has COM 200 always started?
Oh, that actually is correct. I was teasing you guys. I wanted to build the suspense.
Okay, that was good suspense.
All right, so Robert, that means that you have 4 in a row.
I'm gonna choose this one. I like this one right here. I'm just gonna stick it right there.
I don't like that you didn't pick them in order, Robert. Why did you do that?
Just annoying.
And if you want to, we can remove the extra sheets of paper and go
yeah.
through the rest of the questions.
Okay.
I feel like it's like that time on
Who
Wheel of
teaches
Fortune.
multimedia journalism?
That would be Jeff Rivenbar.
What is the name of the small clip on the microphone usually used in studio production?
Small clip.
The small clip on microphone.
Oh, clip-on microphone.
Oh, clip on. I thought you meant like the clip.
Yeah.
It's like the actual clip.
know, I
I'm
was like, I don't know the name
There's
of
a
the
name
clip.
for the actual clip. I'm just like, it's the clip.
And which comm professor often talks about his cats?
Who's cat?
Who has cats?
Did I have it?
It's a his.
Is it Bollinger?
We were looking for Bruce McKinney, but
Oh.
that's because on his Zooms, his cats are
Oh, okay.
running,
Oh,
running
never
I
around.
had him
Bruce.
pre-Zoom. I had him pre-Zoom.
Yeah.
Name 3 activities that COM Week has offered in the past.
Pub quiz.
Pub quiz, alumni panel, alumni social. We now have the keynote speaker.
There's like another panel that
I think they do like a
it's like a
graduating?
professional panel.
Professional development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All the above.
Yeah.
Who teaches COM 105?
Back in my day, it was David Weber.
Still is.
Okay.
And name 2 beach bars in Riceville Beach.
Jimmy's.
It's not my scene. I don't know.
You don't know one? Loggerheads.
I know Jimmy's.
Okay. Red Dogs.
What does IMC stand for?
Integrated marketing communication.
Who is in the Schoolboys trio?
Dr. Olson, Dr. Bolduc, and
James Hunt.
Hunt.
He's a professor in a different department.
And what kind of bird is Sammy?
It's actually a plot twist. He's a seahawk, but a seahawk is not a real bird. It's an osprey.
Also, the sound is like a red-tailed fox, or not fox, a hawk, like the cry. It's not actually, yeah.
When was UNCW founded?
1947.
I'll let her
Correct.
have that one. And finally,
And who is the current chancellor of UNCW?
Swanee Valetti.
All right. Well, good job, both of you. That is 4 in a row for Robert, meaning we have a winner. Great effort from both of our contestants. I definitely feel like I learned something today. Crew, let's show them what they won.
I get a prize? Oh my gosh, that is,
Wow.
That's right.
Thank
It's an
you.
officially
That's
licensed
so
Com Media whiteboard.
Trademark.
I can see it, yeah,
Trademark.
TM, yeah, trademark, so it's official.
That's you, I can tell.
Oh, with the little tuffle here.
Yeah, that's you.
And the stick charms.
We took his hat off because he wasn't wearing it today.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay, makes sense.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out today, and thank you for watching this week's episode of The Current. Tune in next week for our next episode.